What is going on in Auroville? It is not that easy to figure out what really goes on here because there's so much being said and so much content being put out and so many claims being made. But it is still possible to know the truth if you really, really want to. Mother told us clearly to cling to truth, and this is what we should do. The truth, if we want to cling to it, the truth cannot be anything but solid. It cannot be a vague or weird thing, or it cannot be changeable all the time. So the truth is something we should be able to cling to. Now, to figure out what really happens in Auroville, it's not so difficult as long as you can ask the right questions, because people making claims is just one thing. But if you really want to know something, you should get to know the facts, and the facts you can know by asking the questions: what happened, where, who, when, why, what's the reason, what went before, what came after. Give us the facts. Look at the line of facts that happened, the timeline of what happened actually, and get to know. If you really want to know, you come here. You get to ask all of the people who were there, who know, who can tell you this happened, this happened, this happened for this reason, for that reason. So, in the past few years, a lot has happened in Auroville, a lot has changed in Auroville. It was urgently needed. It was, in fact, impossible. It was very clear for people who could see a little bit what was going on here, that this was inevitable. What was happening here was going to hit a brick wall sooner or later. It was just not going anywhere. So this kind of opposite development of what Auroville is meant to be needed to be corrected at one point and needed to be reoriented to what Mother really wanted. What Auroville is meant to be is not something opaque or vague. It's not very unknowable. Mother clearly described what she wanted for Auroville. Auroville is meant to be a society where the collective takes a very, very big role in the society. People abdicate voluntarily their personal benefits for the benefit of the collective. Now, that is something that ends up being beneficial for everybody. So people lift each other up instead of the society that we know where everybody pushes everybody else down. Now, what has been happening over the past years is a very big step in that direction of a recalibration of what Auroville is and on which track Auroville was developing. Obviously, the first big issue was the development of the city. Mother wanted the city to be there very quickly, and it's very, very important that we all live closely together on a very tiny space. It may sound ridiculous, but Auroville is a voluntary choice. People come here because they want to do what Mother asked. And Mother asked us to live together on a very small space. This means that we need to immediately, in our daily lives, abdicate our personal preferences for the collective. If my neighbor is doing something that I don't like, I'll have to live with it, or we'll have to sort it out somehow. But if I'm bothered with everything my neighbor does because I don't really like their lifestyle, I don't adhere to whatever this is, and therefore I need to live at least 100 meters away from that person, or preferably I need to live on a plot of my own very far away from everybody else, we're never going to get anywhere. Auroville is not going to be built. So the city is extremely important. We need to build the city. The development of the ring road is important beyond exaggeration. I mean, this is so important that we get the ring road. We're almost there. There are a few little plots of land that still are missing, but most of it is there. It's an immense development. It creates such an important central part of the city of Auroville. It's really great. It's there already. So the missing plots need to be bought or exchanged as quickly as possible. It's really needed. The exchange of land is another very, very important point that has been going on very well over the past years. People can claim anything they want about value this and value that, and Auroville lost value by these exchange transactions. But that's actually complete BS, because over the past decades, Auroville has had hundreds of opportunities to exchange land, and they were all refused, not taken, not done. And so the situation today is the situation that it is. We are where we are because of what happened in the past. And all of these missed opportunities of land exchange now result in the situation where we now have to exchange whatever we can for whatever we can, which is really crucial. Auroville only needs to get each plot of land once only. Once we have it, we can consolidate the area, because this is crucially important for the city development and for the protection of the project and the protection of the lifestyle that is here. The lifestyle required in Auroville is extremely specific. Mother was very, very clear about all of this. People can say 100 times that Auroville wasn't meant to be an ashram. It is obvious from what she wrote that she started from an ashram kind of attitude of residents. Residents should be living like as if they were in an ashram, with discipline and with surrender of personal preferences for the greater good, for the collective. Auroville is meant to be a collective. And so the residence criteria that have been approved and published are an immense step forward for Auroville. It is absolutely great that they are there now, and that they are the guidelines for who lives here and why do you live here and what is required when you live here. So all of these points are an extremely needed, an extremely unavoidable, in fact, development over the past years of Auroville, and we're on a very, very positive track right now. And so we keep on doing these things because Mother's Auroville needs to take shape at one point. We cannot just keep it stalling, and we cannot have it hijacked all the time. We need to move forward with Mother's Auroville. It is the right time for it. It's absolutely needed. And the past has run its course. It's at the end of it. We go forward into the future with a very positive outlook that what is happening here will create over time the Auroville that Mother really wanted. Jai Ma, Jai Hind.